Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see I haven't uploaded in like a week or so. Well, that's not because I got lazy. I am lazy, but it's not the main reason that I didn't upload. The main reason is I wanted to upload a Rivals video, so I had to play Rivals. Now, the meta is absolutely awful and I had no fun playing, I had no content, I did not know what to do. And I was like, why do I have no content on Rivals? Well, it's because I have no fun, the game is in an awful state. I'm constantly forced to fail. Tank is a bitch to play. Sports are so unfun. It's a fucking snooze fest in Rivals. Like, poke slop has been like rampant for like however long. Like, it's terrible right now. But yeah, I want to talk about in this video, as you can see from the title, I want to talk about why I prefer Overwatch supports over Rivals, their rival counterparts. Now, first, let's take Zenyatta, for example. Sorry to interrupt this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching my last video. My last two videos absolutely blew up. I couldn't ever imagine them to blow up like that because they were kind of throwaway videos, just my little introduction phase. But, like, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys got me to like 60-something subscribers. We finally beat Markiplier, guys. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, for liking, for leaving all the comments, criticism, everything. And with that said, let's get right back into the video. Right? Zenyatta, the one who I would like compare him with, is Ultron in Rivals, because they play sort of similar, but there's one big difference that makes one really fun to me and the other one super boring. Zenyatta also has his healing orb like Ultron has his drone, but instead of it being a multiple, like an area, it's only one single target. It's just single target, right? And what you do with Zenyatta, you apply the orb and you just keep shooting. You just hold left click and you just get picks. And so that's what you do with Zenyatta. Now, as you can see, I have another ability, my E, that applies a Discord orb to my enemy. And if I hit them now, they get more. They take more damage. They take more damage. They die faster, right? You can apply it to someone else. They take more damage. This is what I like about Zenyatta, because he enables the team to actually do something, right? When you see this like ball applied to a tank or like a DPS, your entire team can start shooting it, instead of Ultron, where it's just, okay, you apply healing and that's it. You apply healing and you just keep shooting. That's all you do on that character. With that one simple thing of actually adding something interactive with the character, something that they can use to help their own team, except for the healing part, it just makes the character 10 times more fun to play. And like this perfectly accentuates like my problem that I have with Marvel Rivals. It's just the fact that all of their supports are basically the same. They're almost basically the same. They all have some primary fire healing. Oh my god, I'm trying to heal the... They also have some primary fire healing, and they have some sort of like damage ability, and that's it. Okay, you have no other utility. Okay, your utility is very minimal. Right, you just have healing and that's it. It feels so boring to play. And that's also all you do in Rivals. It's just you sit in the back line and you constantly keep healing. Now, that brings me to my second point. Let's take Ana, for example. Ana also has a primary fire that does healing, right? She has an E, that's called Biotic Grenade, and it cuts off healing for the enemy team, and when allies get hit by it, it amplifies your healing taken, right? Her shift is a sleep dart that temporarily sleeps your enemies, 5 seconds for DPS, and 3.5 for tanks. And her ultimate, it's a nano boost. It's called nano boost. Powers up one ally, and basically makes them stronger, heals on cast, and damage reduction. So it's a very strong ultimate in this game. She reminds me of Gambit a lot. Her ultimate is single target, so you have to actually look at your team, see what comp your team is running, and see which target is going to be the best for your nano. Who can actually make the most of your nano boost. And the second thing I wanted to say is that while Gambit and all of these supports and Rivals have so many tools to get in and get out, Ana doesn't. And most supports in Overwatch also don't. They have big glaring weaknesses, and Ana's weakness is that she doesn't have any tools to really deal with dive, except for her nade and her shift. If she uses both of these, right, which you usually do in a team fight, right, as Ana, if she uses these abilities, she's very susceptible to dive, so she gets run over really fast. And that's the thing that I miss with rival supports. It's your survivability is so off the charts good that it makes it genuinely so boring to play because nothing dies, nothing ever dies. All these people do is just sit here and just keep doing this. Just keep doing this. And like when somebody dives you, you just put up your shield here and they can't attack you anymore. That's so stupid, and that's the reason I hate playing as a support in rivals. They're not unique enough for me. They're way too easy and they have no other utility. Again, let's take Lucio for example. His whole kit is based around his speed. As you can see, he has a speed, his healing. If I press on shift, I change my modes. My primary fire as a volley, it does not heal, right? Your primary doesn't heal. The only way of healing is pressing shift and going on this little plus, and that heals, right? The big healing aura, right? And his other shift is a speed boost. It boosts your teammates' speed, and that's it. Your right click is a boop that gets enemies off of you, and it does a fair amount of damage. And your E basically amplifies whichever mode you're on. So now it amplifies my speed. If I wasn't healing, it would amplify my heals, so my heals would be way bigger. Now, Lucio's healing is very low. Lucio almost has no healing, right? And it's very common at the end of the match to see a Lucio only have like 4, 5, 6k healing. While the other supports usually has like 10k, 11k, 12k healing. Lucio has very low heals compared to them. Now, would you be surprised if I told you Lucio is one of the best, if not the best supports in Overwatch ever? Since his launch, right? Since his launch, he's been one of the best supports forever. He's always been meta, always been a really solid pick. Why? Because of his speed boost. His speed boost is such great utility. It has such great potential to be used, right? So many possibilities you can do with it, right? Let's say your Reinhardt is standing here, your tank is standing here, they're shooting at him, he's low, right? He's spamming, I need healing, I need healing. You speed him up to like, whatever, speed him up to here, you guys the health pack, and that's it. You speed him up to your other support, they heal him up, and they'll be fine. And Maga wants to get over to this bot over here. Now, how can you do that? He can walk, of course, he can walk, but he can also use his shift. Now, both of these options are terrible, right? You can't charge in a whole enemy team, you're gonna die. And you can't just walk over because they'll shoot at you, and again, you'll die. Now, how does Maga deal with this? If there's a Lucio on your team, you can speed up the Maga, you can speed him in, you can run over the enemy team, you can get to places way faster where you usually wouldn't get to, right? And you run over the enemy team, and that's it. And that brings me to Kiriko, and I'll only talk about Kiriko's ult. That's the only thing I want to talk about. Her ultimate, Kitsune Rush, it brings forward a path, right? A blue path that speeds you up, and it makes your attack speed faster, makes your like reload speed faster, it just makes everything faster, right? This is also a really good ult, but it's not a defensive ult. It's by no means is it defensive, because it's not. It doesn't do healing. It doesn't do anything. It's not a healing ult. It doesn't do anything healing. If it was a rival's ult, Kiriko would gain like over health, and the path would like gain healing when you stand in it, and it would just be Gambit ult 2.0. I'm describing now as I'm reading through the script, reading through my notes. Like, her ult only makes her attack speed faster. It doesn't heal, right? It doesn't do any healing. There's no healing in it. So you really have to think like when to use it. You have to, am I going to use it to engage? Am I going to use it to like combo with like a soldier visor with like a third form bastion? Am I going to use it for that? Like, what am I going to use it for? When am I going to use it, right? And again, that's just something you don't have in Marvel Rivals. You don't have that. Why should I ult now? And the answer in Rivals is, why should I ult? To counter another ult. And that's the only thing you can do in Rivals. Whereas in Overwatch, you only really have two characters that can quote-unquote counter ults. It's Zenyatta, which is big healing ult, and Lucio with his like beat drop ult. To reiterate my point, like to reiterate what I've been saying for all of this time, it's just the uniqueness is missing. First of all, you don't have any unique characters in Rivals. You don't have any unique supports. You don't have any utility in that game except for actual healing. And the second thing I want to put is the ultimates. The ultimates just feel like such a waste to play with. It's such wasted potential. And my third complaint is the supports in Rivals are unkillable. And when I say this, I mean it. Overwatch supports are already overtuned. Look at Kiriko. This move make you immortal. This move also has iframes. right? They both make you immortal. You can basically just seamlessly teleport, and you can throw down a healing ball that makes you immortal for a couple of seconds, or like half a second, I think. Lucio can just speed away. Lucio can just run away. Like, everyone has something to get away with, right? Everyone has survivability. But in Rivals, they gave him survivability on crack. Everyone can already, like, out-heal everyone. Let's take Black Panther, for example, when people were crying about him. They could already out-heal Black Panther's melees. Like, he wasn't a threat. If you just look at your other support and heal them, most characters don't do enough damage. Just go on Rocket Raccoon, and he has enough survivability to just like, survive everything, right? And people don't want it. People want to play their favorite characters, and they don't want to swap. They want the team to swap around them so they can play their favorite characters and then complain when they die. Your role is not called healer for a reason. It's called strategist. It's called support. And that's not just because they just want to call it something different. It's because you should be supporting your team. You should be enabling your team. That's what they don't do. You don't do, and that's what leads to your flawed game sound. That's why you can't climb, because you're still thinking about healing, not thinking about supporting your team. They guys get mad when you can't do that, when you actually have to learn how to position correctly, how to not fucking position like an orangutan, how to look at your other supports, how to have the awareness, somebody that didn't just escape the fucking short boss, right? That's it. People don't know how to play the game, and that's it. That's the big issue. Supports don't know how to play the game, and the Rivals devs are way too scared to actually address that issue. Anyways, this video is getting way too long. I'm rambling on and on and on about basically nothing. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave me comments about what you guys think about Marvel Rivals right now, about the Rivals. Also, tell me if you guys want more Overwatch or Rivals videos. Because, to be honest, I can't be bothered to play Rivals right now. It's genuinely terrible. I hate it with my whole heart. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I'll make a video about why tanks feel way worse in Rivals than they do in Overwatch. The slander never ends. I probably won't do one about DPS because we all know what the issues are with DPS. Hint hint, it's shit scan again. It's shit scan poke again. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. For today's video. So see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.